Let's quickly talk about Base64 encoding because when you're working with CLIs, SDKs, things like that, sometimes they want Base64 encoded files. Generally, you can use a programming library to do the work for you, but we should generally have an idea how the encoding works. I'm not going to explain everything behind it, but I'm going to give you generally the step-by-step process in terms of how we turn, so let's say, a piece of text into Base64. So Base64 is a binary to text encoding scheme that represents binary data generally as ASCII. Could you have a different encoding? Absolutely, but we're just going to stick with ASCII here. So imagine we have the word man, and we're going to convert this to Base64. So we're going to represent all of the letters as their binary equivalents. And so there'll be like a table that will indicate that at index 77, the number 77 represented binary will map to M. So the idea is we're going to take all of these all the data from our binary, all of our binary information from our text represented in 8 bits and make it a stream. So I have a space here, but just imagine that this is a single stream, right? Then what we'll do is instead of reading it 8 bits at a time, we're going to read it 6 bits at a time. And then we're going to use this Base64 table to map each 6-bit to a letter. So if we just get rid of this here for a moment, I'm just going to clear up my screen here. So the idea is that we're matching the first 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice that's the same here. Okay, this is 6 and this is 6. And then down below, the first 6 bits represents 19, because if we go over here to our table, it looks exactly the same, and that's going to be a T. And so we get T, W, F, U reading through this stream, okay? And so basically, we're going to end up with T, W, F, U. And so that's going to be the same thing as our man text if we were to decode it. So hopefully that kind of makes sense in terms of that process. Why we need Base64 encoding, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to explain that here, but I just want you to understand that there's a process happening and that you can use programming languages or programs to do that Base64 encoding for you, okay?